Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Gold HardType Ground Monotype Challenge. In the last episode, we reached here, Cianwood City, and we started going through the gym. I thought my levels were a little low, so I did a little bit of grinding in the meantime. As you can see, both Marowak and Quagsire have both reached level 50. I've also been doing some thinking about what I want to do with regards to movesets and stuff like this. So, for example, Marowak knows Thunder Punch now. I replaced Thunder Punch. Replaced Headbutt with Thunder Punch. Primarily just having an electric type move. Marowak isn't quadruply weak to water, which is nice, and has half decent special defense compared to 111 special defense. That's one of the highest actually in my team. I want to keep Double Kick on Nidoking, so I couldn't give him all 3 elemental punches. So I could put Thunder Punch on Marowak, just to give me an electric type move, and for a little bit more flexibility with his moveset. We have Quagsire, Surf Roller, Earthquake, Amnesia. Nothing's changed. Nidoking now knows Ice Punch as well as Fire Punch. We got rid of Horn Attack because that was just a damage dealing move, and we can do so much more with Ice Punch. Rocky knows Headbutt, Screech, Rock Thrower, and Dig, and then these are my other two. Speaking of other two, I'm actually going to need to I'm going to deposit, if I deposit Cyndaquil, and I withdraw, I just want to see something. Essentially, I still need a Pokemon that can learn Strength, and I don't particularly want to put Strength on any of my current team. Unfortunately, my female Nidoran cannot learn Strength, so I got to work out what to do about this. I'll give Strength to Rocky for the moment. But essentially, what's likely to happen is I'm likely to use an HM Slave over the course of this Let's Play. Just a Pokemon that can obviously learn the vast majority of the HMs in this game. That will actually be pretty helpful in this case. So we'll go to Rocky. We'll get rid of Headbutt in this case, which is a bit of a pity. Because I think Headbutt's is either slightly more powerful or has a chance of causing flinching, but either way. Now we can go on and try and take on Chuck at his gym. So we need to push that up. Push that up, push that to the side, and now we can take on this guy. My raging fists will shatter your Pokemon, he says. Black Belt Lung, who has a Primate at level 48. So we are suddenly, we're actually higher level now. Primate, I don't know what its stats are, but as you can see, Bone Meringue does a lovely job, and we'll finish off with Thrash. We survive with 1 HP. Marowak getting close there to the edge. So we're now going to go to Quagsire to deal with the Hitmonlee. Surf should do a nice amount. Now here you're seeing the effects of, unfortunately, all of my Pokemon being too slow than I would appreciate them to be, just because well, it's just a fact that unfortunately these guys are not particularly strong. Try Shadow Ball, see how much that does. It should do more. There we go. So we take out Black Belt Lung's Pokemon. The good news for Nidoking is obviously Nidoking has the joy of being Poison type, and Poison resists fighting type attacks, and so he will play probably a pretty big part in this challenge. Okay, so we have my team, 50-50, 53-43. Rocky, I'm primarily going to have in as just sort of like Screech bait, because there's no doubt that we are going to want to put Screech on some of these Pokemon. I think we'll start off with Nidoking. We'll see how well this goes. So, wahaha! So you've come this far. Let me tell you, I'm tough. My Pokemon will crush stones and shatter bones. Watch this. They're scared now, aren't you? What? There's nothing to do with Pokemon? That's true. I have no idea why I'm using this voice. Come on, we shall do battle, says Leader Chuck, who has a primate at level 50 with Berserk Gene, but it becomes confused. So we've got to hope that that stays the same. Oh, we get freeze. We get the freeze. Oh, with Ice Punch. See, why else? Why wouldn't you want Ice Punch on your team? Okay, so we get a slice of luck, let's be honest, with that, but we get the freeze on that primate. Now, the good news here is that Poliwrath has pretty rubbish special. The bad news is he knows Hydro Pump, which he'll obviously get stabbed from. But we survive, which is good. So the big question is, we're going to go for another Thunder Punch. It is super effective. We get the Para Hat. Ooh, does Paralyze? No, okay, so he cuts through Paralysis. That's okay. We'll go to Quagsire this time. It's got a gold berry. I have no idea what that does. But we'll use Earthquake. And goes for the Hydro Pump, gets a decent amount of damage off. Earthquake finishes off that. So next up is Hitmontop. I'm going to go back to Nidoking for this guy. Going to go for the Ice Punch here. And we get a second freeze. You are kidding me. Goes for the Miracle, gets the Miracle Berry. It's currently, I think it's using Curse here. We get another freeze. I'm telling you, is Ice Punch broken or something? I had no idea that it had this much chance to freeze. Maybe it's like a 30% chance. Well, I don't know. Okay, so next up is Heracross. Heracross is bug fighting. So we have a big advantage in that we resist, as Nidoking, we resist both stabs. And we have Fire Punch, which is super effective. Doesn't do that much. And Earthquake. Wow. Did not expect him to know Earthquake there. Okay, if I bring out Rocky, goes for the Earthquake. It is also super effective. I just realised. Damn. Okay, this is an issue. Okay. So I need to get some health. I'm pretty sure I have Hyper Potions. Yes, I do. So we'll heal up Nidoking. We'll sacrifice Rocky. And we'll bring in Nidoking. Okay, Fire Punch. If I can get a crit here, that would be beautiful, but we can't, unfortunately. He gets a crit, and that could be the end of this for us. Oh, we survive a Mega Horn there. So, he's now only got 2 more Pokemon, one being Ursaring, which is obviously just a normal type Pokemon. Okay, let's see what attacks it has. Also has Earthquake, as we'd sort of probably expect. Will Earthquake, see how much damage we get off. Okay, it's not a lot. Yeah, okay. There's no real point in fighting now. Mist with no Zap Cannon of all things. Come on, hit, there we go. And Nidoran, Frustration, there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so that was unfortunate. I think a few things. Ooh. The annoying thing here is that it's difficult because obviously we're not hitting any of their guys particularly super effectively, and the issue we have is, you know, well, because we can't hit them super effectively, we're really struggling with just surviving enough hits to sort of last. And I mean, we got unlucky with Heracross's Earthquake taking out Nidoking there. But that is the issue with Nidoking, and Nidoking's big weakness is ground, actually, which is rather ironic with this being a ground monotype. Also, Rocky has a weakness to ground. What am I saying? That Ursaring is actually a big issue for us. Okay, so I have 10,000. Do I want to give it one more shot, or do I want to buy some stuff? Okay, we're going to go to the mart. There should be a mart. There's not a mart on this island, is there? Yay! I love this. Oh, that's really annoying. If there was a mart, I would buy, like, some revives. primarily. Screw it. Okay, we're going to surf back to... we're surfing back to Olivine. That's the city. Olivine City. Because revives are far more important. Okay, so... I'd be interested to see how much... I should probably find out which of my Pokemon has the best normal defense. Not special, just general defense, because obviously a lot of these moves are just based on that set. Okay, so there we go, Olivine. Pokemon Center, heal up. Shouldn't have held up, we're gonna do it on the way back. Mart, okay, you. I need to buy... There are no revives here. Why are there no revives? Oh, I don't know. Hyper potions. You don't want to buy too many because I think revives is really what we need to concentrate on. So I'm actually going drastic here. I'm actually going to go all the way back to Critique. I'm pretty sure they were there in Critique. See, it's not too fast when I can speed up like this. Not too far, I mean. Okay, you've got revives. Yes, you do. You can get 9 revives. And I can't... Okay, sell. What can I sell? I can sell... PP ups important. Ethers, burn heals, repel. Bitterberry, quick claw. Awakenings. What I can do is I can go to my Pokemon and I can give them stuff. So, we need to think. Mint Berry is okay on Quagsire. Because there's, if I put Quagsire against the Poliwrath, there's a chance that Poliwrath knows Hypnosis. Paralyzed Cure will give to Nidoking. Obviously it's hard for us to be paralysed, is the issue. Poison Cure we can give to Marowak. Obviously not Rocky, because Rocky can't really be hit. I can give a Quick Claw to Rocky, actually. That'll help. Okay. Now let's see. Should be able to. Okay, there we go. So now losing money literally means nothing to us. So zip all the way back to. Obviously, we could pop in and see Jasmine, but there's really no point at the moment, seeing as we need to. We should probably do this. Probably try this gym battle first. Okay, cool. So, Chuck, once more, let's see what we can do. Okay, so Pokemon, we're going to look at our stats. Obviously, Rocky will have the biggest defense, but is weak to several stuff. So, Marowak has the best defense out of those guys. So, if we go Marowak to the front, pray that we don't miss with any... So, bloody blah, Chuck, we don't care. Let's have a battle. Primate, he's got way up attack. We're going to Boomerang. It hurts itself in confusion, which is amazing. That's the problem with Berserk Gene. So essentially, because you raise your attack, it means that if you hurt yourself, you do even more damage to yourself than you normally would. Yeah, we're going to go Quagsire just because it's safer. Earthquake. Okay, there we go. He has Lovely Kiss, but that's why we have our berry. There's a gold berry. Unfortunately, he's put us back to sleep. But I have an awakening. We will use that. Hydro Pump. He gets a crit. Of course, he gets a crit. We want to go Thrash. You're kidding me. Okay, we're really lucky there that Lovely Kiss didn't hit. Next up is Hitmontop. So we'll stay in and we'll go Boomerang. Marowak is confused. Oh, why am I confused? Goes for counter, so obviously counter does That's bad. Okay, here we go. There we go. We take out the Hitmontop. Okay, next up is Heracross. I'm bringing out Rocky. Pretty much as death fodder. Fresh water. Hyper Potion on Marowak. Earthquake is super effective. It probably won't be faster, but we have the Quick Claw, so there was always a small chance that that could have worked. Okay, I should probably have gone to... the ground is not very effective against Bug. Forgot about that. Okay, Fire Punch. Okay, we get the Burn, which could be big. And there we go. So we take out the Heracross. Next up is the Ursa Ring. We will not change Pokemon. We will go to our pack. We will use Hyper Potions. It's going to be an Earthquake, isn't it, though? Yeah, okay. Damn. Okay. Okay, so we will heal up using those guys, and then go into Marowak. So, Boomerang. Let's see how much. Okay, so we get a crit hit on the second one, which gives us a 2-hit KO, but unfortunately we don't hit. So Thrash. There we go. So we take out the Ursa Ring with a bit of help from using Kenya. I don't know if should we count this. I want to see if I win. Ice Punch can miss? Can Ice Punch miss? I thought he had a full chance of hitting. Huh. Bizarre. Cough Shot is... Okay, so we're going to take him all the way down. Out comes Marowak. Boomerang takes out the Machamp. Okay, so... Oh god, now I'm feeling a bit... Should I have used... I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think whether I should be celebrating this or not, because you could argue there that I've just completely ruined the whole point of this Let's Play, which would really suck. We're going to get Dynamic Punch. So, I think the thing is, see, what I want to be able to say is literally there's no point, because there's nothing wrong here, because Kenya could quite literally be any other Pokemon. It could be a Nidoran, it could be... Sorry, it could be any other Pokemon. It could be a Nidoran. It could be Nidoran, for example, or it could have been a Sandshrew. It could have been any other ground type, small, weak ground type that I could use instead. And I could have gone to them, and he would have still potentially have used Zap Cannon, and Zap Cannon still wouldn't have worked. But the Earthquake... Oh, did I know he was going to use Earthquake? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, if you feel like I've cheated, I apologise. I feel like I was at a level where I could have won that gym. And I'm glad that I have. But I'm sure you guys appreciate what I'm trying to say. Yeah, but even if it's I suppose if it's not an HM slave, it's just a weak Pokemon. That's the thing. So you should only use HM slaves if... There's a reason I'm surfing back, it's just for levels and stuff like that. Oh god, have I ruined this all? Okay, well, apologies if that's okay. I think we were in a position where we could have won that. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly say that. But yeah, no, I can certainly see. If I just had another Pokemon. This is the issue with only having 4, you see. Because I suppose you know, you could get into the whole revive cycle with certain things and hope that he goes for an attack that wasn't necessary. Obviously, he's got Zap Cannon there. He had Zap Cannon, but Zap Cannon was useless because obviously it would have just killed. Whether Marowak would have survived, maybe? Well, that sucks. It's sort of really, yeah. It's just, it's put me down now. That's annoying. I just wanted to see, and I completely forgot about it. Well, I mean, I realised after a point, but I completely forgot what an effect it would have if I actually did win. Why did I do that? Okay, well, we're just going to have to move on. Move on from that. I could yet still fail this whole Let's Play. I mean, I've lost so many times so far, and admittedly, it's not like... It isn't like a super important one, like if it was, say, if I was doing, say, a Nuzlocke or anything like that, because, as I've stated before, I'm only counting failure of these things if it gets to the point where I do the final boss. So I do the Elite Four, and I fail miserably there. So... Will that medicine cure Amphi? Be give her the secret potion. Please don't be offended. Amphi will not take anything from anyone but me. See how you're feeling. Paloo! Oh, I'm so relieved. This is just so wonderful. Thank you so very much. I will return to the gym. Okay, cool. So, Paloo. Ah, so okay. So we've cured Amphi, which is good. We now need to find a way back, which is here. So yeah, I mean, even so, you know, essentially had I lost, I would have just come back and grinded. Even if I had lost to the point, I would have just grinded up and continued to try it until, you know, I succeeded. So it wouldn't necessarily have been that big a deal, I guess. Okay, well, let's try and make things right. We can take on Jasmine and her steel types next, and we'll see how we do against these guys. Thank you for your help at the lighthouse, but this is different. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the steel type. Do you know about the steel type? It's a type that was only recently discovered. May I begin? So we take on Jasmine, and she starts off with a Magneton, which is going to go down to Bone Meringue easy as that because of the immense power of ground types against both electric and steel types. So next up is the Skarmory that we've probably been fearing, because Skarmory is pretty damn dangerous. Thankfully, it's gone for Curse, which means Fire Punch will hit. Fire Punch will take out this Skarmory. And so, Nidoking's at level 54. Next up is Forretress, and I would be idiotic not to stick in here against a Pokemon which has quadruple weakness to fire. Thor just hangs on with a Focus Band. So let's just finish it off with an Ice Punch. So there we go. Next up, Leader Jasmine is about to use Steelix. So the issue with her Steelix is that her Steelix is, unfortunately, going to have a ground type move, and that's going to be super effective against Nidoking. But we're going to stay in. We're going to try and get a Fire Punch off. It will be super effective, and should do a huge amount of damage. It does. Goes for another Curse, trying to set up, but she gets the Earthquake off. So either our speeds were really close, or does Curse raise speed? Thought Curse lowered speed. We hang on with 14 HP though, so it does not matter. We take out the Steelix. So, next up is Scizor. Now, Scizor is going to be faster than us. There's no real doubt about that. So, I'm just thinking, Bug. Let's go into Marowak. I'm going to grab a Hyper Potion and use it on Nidoking. Goes for the Swords Dance, which is a bad thing. So, we'll go back to Nidoking. Goes for the Hyper Beam and takes me out in one hit. Good lord. We could be in big trouble now, because it could well be faster than all my remaining Pokemon now. And with... Okay. Steelix could probably take a Hyper Beam, so I should have gone to Steelix. Okay, Bone Meringue is... We're fastest. So Scizor must be recharged, obviously. That was... that's normal, because Bug resists ground, but Steel is weak to ground. So we'll do it again. It's going to go for the Hyper Beam. We're probably going to go down, but we can now go into Rocky. And I suppose, what do we want to do here? I suppose we could Screech, and then we could Dig. Okay, we avoid, we get the Dig away. She uses a Hyper Potion. Of course, she has Hyper Potions, I would forget. So, okay, let's just keep digging, and we'll see. We seem... Okay, so it goes for the wing attack. Does not do a lot. Gets a Steel Wing off and nearly takes out Rocky, but Rocky destroys her Scizor with a Dig right at the death. And finally, she has an Ampharos. So we're going to go to Quagsire, and we're going to pray that this Ampharos does not know any Grass-type moves. It knows Dynamic Punch, which hits. We become confused. Fight through confusion. Earthquake should kill it. No! Okay. Okay, we're going to... Okay. We're not confused anymore. We use Earthquake. Here we go. Okay, is it going to be a one-hit KO? Yeah. Oh, how did you survive? How? How did you survive? Okay, gets the confusion once more. We fight through confusion. Quagsire fights through confusion. We get that Earthquake. We take out her Ampharos. I'm going to just raise the volume just because I know the sound of my laptop overheating. I think it's probably being a bit annoying. Anyway, you are a better trainer than me in both skill and kindness. In accordance with league rules, I confer upon you this badge. We get the Mineral Badge. It raises Pokemon's defense, and we also get TM23. We could use that TM to teach Iron Tail. I don't know how to say this, but good luck. That was awesome. The Steel type, huh? That was a close encounter of an unknown kind. So we got 2 badges in this episode, which I think is the first time I've ever done that in an episode on this channel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and check my pack, and for one thing we can check our TMs, because we've just got Dynamic Punch, which we will be using at some point, but not right now. But we do get Iron Tail, and Iron Tail can obviously be an excellent move on Rocky. I'd love to keep Screech. I want to keep Dig as a stab, so we're going to get rid of Rock Throw here. So we get Iron Tail. Sweet. Okay, cool. So that is that. Okay, cool. And so, we finally, I mean, in those battles, it seemed like our Pokemon were at the right level, which is a nice surprise. So we're going to zip all the way back, back to Ecruteak. And then, okay, I think I'm running low on time, so I will, okay, so, Mount Mortar is like a maze, be careful, don't get lost in there. So we have Mount Mortar, Waterfall Cave inside. Obviously we can't climb the waterfall yet because we don't have the Waterfall HM. This leads us to Mahogany Town. I don't think we can actually do any of Mount Mortar until, well, one, I don't have Flash, which is actually still an issue. And will need to be rectified at some point. We'll need to get Flash. Get Super Potion. There we have... we lost Cyndaquil, our Pokemon that learns Cut, so nonetheless we will go over here. I think we're trying, yeah, we might as well just try it. Let's try and get to Mahogany Town. Let me demonstrate the power of the Pokemon I caught, says Fisher Chris. There's a Quillfish to be weak to my ground type prowess. We take out Chris. and his Quillfish. And next, we're going to take on Pokemaniac Shane, who has a Nidorina at level 40, which is an unfortunate type. In this case, with my team, it's got a Jigglypuff, so we'll go into Nidoking, and we'll double kick. Beautiful. So we take out the Jigglypuff, it's got a Clefairy, might as well stay in. Double kick will do all sorts of damage. He's got an Eevee, another normal type. Double kick is proving. This is why I wanted to keep double kick, really. He's got an Omanyte, which is water rock. So we'll go to Quagsire and Earthquake, and that's super effective, so we'll take him out. And then he's got Nidorino, another Pokemon for Quagsire to take out. So, sweet. We defeat Pokemaniac Shane. He says he should have used his Moonstone, because he had, I think all of his Pokemon were Moonstone evolutions, were they? Aside from Eevee, I guess. But anyway, you. It's good to be outside. I feel so free, says Hiker Benjamin. He's got a Dugtrio. So we'll swap to Quagsire. Gonna dig. We will Earthquake. And we'll take out that Dugtrio. I was Earthquaking there in the hope that Earthquake hits a Pokemon that's used Dig, but I forgot that there, of course, he was going to be faster than me. We can take out this Machoke. Obviously, we've been dealing with we dealt with a Machamp earlier, so obviously we can deal with a Machoke, and Earthquake takes that. So we defeat Hiker Benjamin, and we reach Route. Route. It is Route. Route is the word. Route 42. So that was Route 42. We have finally reached Mahogany Town, home of the ninja. Obviously, we won't be able to do much here until we go up to the Lake of Rage, so that will be our next task. I hope you have enjoyed this episode with or without my blunder with Chuck's Gym. Again, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal, because I would have just leveled up my Pokemon more. If I couldn't do it then and there, I would have leveled up my Pokemon more and tried again and tried again and tried again until I had. And the fact that we could defeat Jasmine, I think, is in a way sort of shows that we were actually at roughly the right level for this point in the game. I am worried at how fast the levels are going. Like, we're already at level 50, although I suppose with how the level curve works, that could actually be okay. I'm just wondering whether this means what level the Elite Fours will be at, maybe around 70s. It probably means that Red might well be all level 100s, which is going to be a challenge, to say the least. Nonetheless, so we've reached Mahogany Town, and yeah, I hope you will catch me on the next episode.